Hello, welcome back. I feel like today I'm very much giving Claudia Winkleman. This is such a quintessential Claudia Winkleman look, but I'm going cozy today because we are talking about all the winter projects that I want to make. A few of these projects I have already cast on, a few of them I'm hoping to make just over the next few months. I feel like in the past I have done this video format as more of a vlog, kind of like filming as and when I am knitting or crocheting a project. However, my life is an absolute mess at the moment and I am not in the mood to be filming my everyday life. Straight away, starting with, I made this cardigan back when I first started knitting. I want to say like 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, not quite sure. And I wear this every single day. It is my just favorite thing ever. It's starting to bobble, it's starting to kind of stretch out a bit. I used the Hobbycraft lead of the pack for this, and as much as I love that yarn for other things, it's not great for cardigans, jumpers, wearables that aren't accessories because it's seen better days. Now, as I've been wearing this more, I've obviously been wearing it in my content a lot more as well, and a lot of people have asked for a pattern for it. I literally freehanded this like 2 years ago when I didn't even know anything about knitting really, so the construction of it is fairly questionable, but I wanted to recreate it and I've wanted to have like a red jumper cardigan type thing for a while anyways. So I have been working on a pattern, which is very exciting. This is one of the prototypes which I have gotten to the point of doing the neckline and the hem. I don't know if you can even see what is going on here, but yeah, I haven't attached the sides yet, I haven't done the arms yet, and I'm actually thinking this might be too big. The yarn that I'm using for this is the Drops Snow yarn. It's 100% wool, so this is just very different already to my original cardigan. So I'm still in the trial and testing period. I bought that yarn in this royal blue as well because I love this colour and I'd love to have a cardigan in this colour as well. This yarn is reacting very differently to my blocking process than I anticipated, and I don't want to suggest this yarn to anyone quite yet, just because I don't know how good this is yet for garments. What I didn't realise when I ordered this, that online it does say, and it also says it on here, excellent for felting. Now I don't want my cardigan to felt, ideally. But yeah, I'm blocking one of them as we speak. I'm gonna just keep testing and trialing and see how they turn out. Like I said, after the red one, I will probably make another one of these, whether that is before Christmas or in the new year. I might cast this on when I have found some pattern testers, so I can knit along with them as well. I think that would be quite fun. Then another thing on my needles right now is this cute little stripy project. I haven't got the labels anymore, but I'm using the Hobby Friends wool, and I actually really like working with this. Honestly, I've not had a single bad experience with their yarn yet. I'm working in this sort of seed stitch knit pattern, and I'm hoping to turn this into a knitted hood. So I'm going to work my way up a little bit more, and then I'm going to attach the top, and then I'm still unsure whether to make it into scooties, so whether to make a scarf and then tie it, or if I'm just going to attach it in the round so it's just like a proper sort of balaclava hood type thing. We shall see how that goes. Then I've also ordered the Drop Snow yarn in black. Now I really wish that I had waited till I blocked a project with this yarn first before I ordered it in like every single colour that there is, and that is totally on me because this feels great as it is, but I should have just made a swatch and blocked it and then figured it out. But I'm impatient and I have learnt my lesson. I've ordered this and I want to order a strand of mohair, either from Drops or maybe the Hobby Kid Silk range. That's quite good as well, so I can hold the mohair with the Drop Snow. And I really want to make the Noah sweater. What I really like about this is how wide and chunky it is. I basically want to just make anything oversized and chunky. That's just all that I wear in the winter, as you can see. But yeah, I really like the thicker turtleneck and I like the longer sort of sleeve. I've also for the longest time wanted a black jumper. For some reason I don't have one and I find it really hard to find nice black jumpers anywhere. So hopefully that will turn out really, really nicely. Then I also ordered, honestly, I've been making some big yarn purchases. I have ordered the Drops Fable and the Drops Melody yarn, and my plan is to hold them together. So I'm gonna do a strand of the Fable together with a strand of the Melody, and then hopefully we'll create like a really nice sort of pattern in the blue and then just a bit of fuzziness with the white. We shall see. I don't know what I want to turn this into yet. I think, considering that I'm making a lot of cardigans to pattern test my own pattern, I might make that into a jumper, but I'm not quite sure which pattern I'm going to follow yet. Maybe I'll freehand. I would love to do a double folded neckline for one of my projects soon. Not really done that before, and I love how that looks, and I just think it's really cozy. Now I just want to take a quick break and speak to you about today's sponsor, Hooks and Needles. They are the go-to choice for crafters of all skill level who love to knit and crochet. Each subscription box comes with very easy to follow instructions, and they all have multiple project options. So this box, for example, comes with these 3 options, so you can choose which one of them you want to make, which I think is really great because not every project is going to be interesting to every person. I've got one of the crochet boxes here, but they also do them for knitting and amigurumi. But no matter which of the boxes you get, they all come with really high quality yarns, all the essential tools you might need, like hooks and needles, and they also come with a little gift, which I really like. This one, again, as an example, came with these super cute scissors, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. I thought I could make one of the projects and show you how easy they are to follow along. So considering that we're talking about winter projects, I'm going to make this cute little headband. With Christmas coming up, this is the perfect gift either for yourself or for a loved one who might need a little bit of encouragement to finally pick up knitting or crocheting. You're giving them both something very valuable in terms of learning and growing a new skill, and also a very exciting experience. But every month they have something to look forward to when their box arrives on their front door. Also, in addition to everything that is in the box, you get access to even more free educational content, such as how to read a knitting and crocheting pattern, a digital crochet and knitting planner, a digital yarn inventory tracker, and they are free tutorial videos. So if you're a bit more of a visual learner, there are all the resources available for you as well. You can either follow the link in the description or use my code Paula20 to get 20% off your first Hooks and Needles subscription box. So as we're already on the topic of accessories, I haven't cast this on yet, but I'm thinking about maybe doing this in the new year, is a chunky scarf. I feel like fall and spring, I'm all about the smaller little scarves that I can tuck into like my jackets and stuff, but I am actually really keen this winter to make a super chunky one, and this was very inspired by this knitwear brand. Their super chunky scarf that they're doing is amazing. If you've been watching my videos, you know I love a bit of garter stitch and I love a bit of scrap yarn magic, and I feel like that very much combines those kinds of things, especially now this winter as I'm working on a lot of very chunky projects and I'm using a lot of thicker yarn. I think that would be quite a cool project to just integrate all of my scrappy ends into one big scarf. The only thing is, I say that now, but making scarves is actually so boring. So whether I'm actually gonna get the courage to do it, I'm not too sure. I'm also considering making some more gloves. I made these gloves about this time last year, I want to say. There is a pattern and a video available for these. I'll link them down below if you want to check them out. I love them so much. But I think I want to have like one more other design. I'd love some finger gloves, but I again won't have the patience for it because they're just so fiddly. As much as I love these mittens, I feel like finger gloves would be a bit more practical. So maybe I'll crochet some, just because I feel like I could crochet it flat and then just attach it, and it might be a bit quicker than knitting. But yeah, at this moment in time, these are the only gloves I have, and they are not the most practical. They're more of like a mitten to throw on when you go for a nice little winter walk. Not so much when you're running errands and you're on your bike and you're constantly having to get things out of your bag. These are not great for that. Equally, weirdly, I don't have a lot of hats. I've been so in my scooty making era that I have forgotten about hats, and I don't really have any like cute ones, so I might just make some. I think I'm gonna have a lot of yarn laying around again from the Drop Snow yarn or maybe some of my other projects, and I can make some even like some scrappy ones, or I always really love a stripy hat as well. I think like 2 years ago I made this really nice royal blue ribbed hat and I frogged it for something else. I can't remember what I frogged it for, but I wish I hadn't done that because that was gorgeous and I love the colour. So yeah, I'd love to just recreate that in that exact same colour because that was really cute. Then I've been eyeing up this cable knit jumper in red. Now obviously I'm making a cardigan in red already, but why can't I make another thing in red? I really love this knitted one. However, I wanted to show you this cable crochet project that I've seen. It's in this vintage magazine, which again I'll link below. I'm so confused how you can make this with crochet, and I'm really tempted to recreate it. I've sort of briefly looked through the pattern and it looks incredibly complicated. I might try and follow the pattern, but I probably will just end up sort of creating something similar through freehanding. We shall see, but I think that would be a really fun project, and also would be really fun for me to challenge myself to try and crochet these fake cables. I think that'd be really fun. Then there's some other things that I think would be really nice to make this winter, but I highly doubt I will end up making them. I wanted to share them with you anyways in case you get some inspiration from them. The reason why I don't think I'll make them is purely based on time restraint, and I think I'm going to prioritize other things over these projects. The first thing that I think would be really practical for me actually is some socks slash slippers. Very similar to finger glove knitting. I don't think you'll ever see me knitting socks. It's just too small, it's too flimsy. I don't have patience for it, and I don't really like using thin yarn or thin needles very much. I just like to get things done quickly. Okay, now what I do see myself making instead of like intricate socks is maybe some slippers that you can knit flat. I've seen a few different sort of graphs and like tutorial photos on Pinterest of like the sock layout, and then you just attach it on the sides. I think that would be really cute, and I do just at home wear like thick socks all of the time. I think a pair of slippers would be really cute. Also would be really nice is to make a knit dress. There's some vintage ones that I've seen. Again, I wear a lot of knitted dresses in the winter. It's just that I don't have the patience to knit such a long piece, but I've been eyeing up some really cool vintage ones, like this one that has like an integrated hood. I think that's really, really fun. I know that Josephine Dyring also made a really beautiful dress. It's kind of like a vest dress. Can again very much be a scrap yarn project. I love that she's using thicker yarn, so as you're making a dress from scratch, you want to use thicker yarn, bigger needles, so you can get that over and done with quickly. And then the last thing that I would love to make, but I just know myself too well and I won't be making it, is a big afghan or blanket. I love a home that has a big handmade crocheted or knitted blanket on the sofa. I find that so impressive, and I always just think it looks gorgeous. Again, I have some fun little vintage designs to show you. This flower garden one is, I guess, a bit more summery, but you can just change up the color scheme a little bit. I think this still gives very much that fall vibe. This massive granny square one, this is actually what I see myself making the most because there's so much variation in it. I'll again link the magazine that I found these in so you can check them out yourself if you do want to make them. But yeah, this is gorgeous. I love the sort of edge that they've created around it as well, so it really looks like a big finished piece even though all the pieces are so different to each other. Then in this magazine I found some beautiful blankets, and I had to screenshot them all, fully knowing I will never make any of them. This beautiful patchwork one, I love all the different colours that they've included in this. Obviously the way that they staged it with the like apple basket and their cute little outfits in the forest, it's just adorable. Very, very adorable. This also, oh my god, it's so cute. The little dog and flower and the little bow panels, literally so cute. So cute. There's nothing I wish for more than a slither more patience in my knitting and crocheting, because I would love to create something like that. Then this is also very similar, but again so beautiful. There's like squares with flowers again, some squares with like little ducks on it, and some hearts. Just so adorable, so beautiful. I would be able to make them physically, but mentally I just haven't got the patience for it. It's absolutely devastating for me, can't lie. That's everything I wanted to chat to you about today. Some fun little project that I'm currently working on, that I'll hopefully be working on over this winter. So I'm talking December, Jan, Feb, and I'll probably do an update on this in like end of Feb, March time maybe, to just reevaluate and probably get ready for spring. Ever since I've been making these sort of more seasonal videos, it is terrifying to me how quickly time goes, because I was looking back on when I made my full video, and that's 2 months ago. It does not feel like I filmed that 2 months ago. So yeah, that's a little bit scary. I don't like how quickly this year's gone by. Thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below, tell me what you're working on at the moment. Always so interested to hear what you're working on. I'm genuinely not just saying that. I get so much inspo from everyone leaving comments, and I feel like it's a really nice way for us to just hear what everyone's working on. I love it. Don't forget to check out Hooks and Needles in the description. Use my code Paula20 if you want to get 20% off your subscription box, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.